told with Verizon. So it only took a second once I could get through to them. But I don't think any time of day is good for them.
Probably not. Probably not. So do you remember?
What can I do you for?
Well, do you remember me? And it's okay if you say no. I won't be offended.
Good. I'll say no.
Okay.
So I know that you'll refresh my memory, though.
I will. Probably 6 months ago or so, you came to a class down in Colorado Springs at a library that was sponsored by Chicago Title, and it was 100% debt-free for life. And we had talked back then about your radio show, etc. And I happen to still be on your distribution list for email, and just kind of wondering if we could have a meaningful conversation of bringing some of our content to your subscribers.
Oh, yeah. Now, then, who was the speaker at that event? I think I do remember.
His name is Matthew Pillmore.
Yeah, I remember. Okay. Yeah. Actually, there are two things that he could do. And if you notice that website, it is an educational website for adults, obviously.
Right.
And the show is now on Saturday and Sunday mornings. It's broadcast, and it's the same show on Saturday and Sunday mornings. I record it during the week, and it's a half-hour slot. I moved to a different station to what is really a much better station. And anyway, so on that show, because now it's only a half hour, and basically I record it once a week. I definitely, usually I'm referencing the class that I am either facilitating, hosting, or teaching in some way, some shape, or form. But needless to say, the idea there is that from the show, it draws people into that website. That's one medium. Plus, of course, the social media site, plus, of course, the email blast like you got. So needless to say, yes, you all could go ahead and host your own class if you're doing something for consumers on that very topic. If I'm part of it as far as being a host or facilitator, that would be great. And if that were the case, then I make sure I broadcast on the radio show. And there isn't any charge for that because, frankly, it's a win-win deal for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
My goal, of course, is to get out in front of people, just like your goal is. But I think that people can sometimes do that, when they combine efforts to a certain degree.
Right.
If you guys are hosting classes, I don't know if you're interested in reaching the public in Colorado Springs or in Denver or elsewhere, but in any event, is a platform where you can use that anywhere and everywhere.
Right.
And as it stands right now, if you go to the membership button in the top right-hand corner, you'll see that there's a free membership, which really is not applicable to you. That's really for the public. But the one that is applicable to you are the professional memberships. And at this point in time, you probably want to use the bronze one because it's free. And all that you have to do is fill out a little bit of information about who you are, what you do, and what your talk is on, or whatever your class is on, whatever it is, just so I have some general bio information. Of course, you guys, I know who you are, and I think that would be, worthwhile. It is designed to educate, the consumer, much like you guys did when you did the Chicago Title thing. Really, it's the same darn thing.
Right.
And then you take it from there to what can we do for you personally?
Right.
Or as I would call it, a consultation.
Right.
And then they either buy or they don't buy, And that's sort of my same flavor. So you are able to go ahead and do that now for free using the Bonds membership package.
Yes.
And so you can do that. What happens is when you fill out the membership thing, I have to approve you, so it's not a big deal. It usually sends me an email that says, okay, somebody's waiting in line. Sometimes I forget, So don't feel free to call me or send me another separate email.
Right.
The system sends the email to like admin at Red Rocks Institute. And sometimes I forget that I'm also admin, But I do try to check that. So if you want me to make sure I get it, call me or drop me a regular email to Cheryl at ColoradoSpringsBestHomes.com and I'll take care of it.
Okay.
And then the same is true whenever anybody posts anything. So we have kind of the approval process so that I make sure nobody's talking about porn, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So it's a respectable site.
Yeah.
And intended to stay that way.
Okay.
And the one thing I would tell anybody, and I'd be happy, like I said, to, if you post something like that and I'm a part of that, you want me to broadcast it. I mean, I'd love to be a part of that because I'm looking for people who want to eliminate debt, so that they can buy a house.
Right.
That's really it. So, and we got a lot of people that are like that, and I sure got a lot of people in my database that are asking about, rent to own or something like that, and they do that because either their credit is damaged or they got too much debt.
Right.
One way or the other, something's wrong. You all are free to go ahead and post and do that. I think you should. If you're hosting an event, we're not a brick and mortar place.
Right.
I usually do my own things at libraries or maybe somebody's office type of situation. It just kind of depends on what might be available.
Yeah.
And so you would arrange the place that you want to do it at and however you're going to do it. If you are offering the event or class or workshop, whatever, for free, that's entirely up to you. You can also charge a fee. And that, again, is entirely up to you. If you're charging a fee, they have to pay you directly. It does not go through me.
Right. Well, all of our education is free, so we don't.
Okay.
We never have, and we have no plans to charge. Now, I should define my relationship with VIP. I don't work for them.
Okay.
I'm actually an independent affiliate of VIP. So what we've developed, Cheryl, and I think this could be of interest to you, is we do classes in two formats. One is we've coined the phrase SeminAuto, which is where we take in a live setting at a venue. I'll just give you an example. Last week I was up in Vail at the Vail Board of Realtors. I went up there. We had about 20 real estate agents invited by the Vail Board in our class. But I don't do the presentation. We actually just have an introduction, then we have a recorded presentation, and then we have a conclusion to the class, after which we gather a feedback form. And so that's what we call our live recorded class, or webinar or SeminAuto. And then we also have the ability to we have an online class where somebody can actually go to a website and watch that at their own time and convenience. And so I'm just looking at what you're doing, and I think that we could probably work together on both fronts. So I do have a question of, do you have a revenue share with any of the people who are putting your classes on? I mean, is that something that helps you monetize?
Not monetize. I will tell you that I'm in negotiations with a partner right now, and we will probably change the structure somewhat to be able to monetize it.
Okay.
I mean, we definitely will do that.
Okay.
But for right now, as it stands, the benefit to me, the way I've left it at the moment, which was never my plan was always to monetize it, but selling real estate, and I'll take it a step further in a second, it takes more time than I can do by myself. And so I really needed the opportunity came along for a partner, as more or less, and we're working on that right now. And actually, he approached me, so I think it's a pretty good setup because we will be looking to monetize that site, but we are also going to be adding another element to it, and as a separate entity. I formed this little thing called United Speakers Network.
Mm-hmm.
And it's for, shall we say, the more local scene to get out there and to do speaking engagements, either complimentary or paid or keynote. We're working on that branding, et cetera, and we'll monetize that as well. And I did that once again so that I could go out there and speak at service clubs, because if I can get in front of them, that's really the objective, is to get in front of people.
Right.
As you well know.
Well, the reason I'm asking is that in the framework of the VIP affiliate program, there's opportunities for somebody just like you in a very automated setting to be able to monetize this for yourself. In other words, we take care of virtually, or VIP takes care of virtually everything in terms of tracking who's watching a webinar, who signs up for a free one-on-one session, and then who ultimately engages with VIP. And that can be set up very, very easily, even by providing a link to our class on your website, or doing a live class. But you would be plugged into that. There's a lot of ways I think we could work together to make this work for everybody's benefit.
Talking about, I'd be interested in you. In emailing me some information about the monetizing of VIP and how I would get compensated for, obviously, link sharing and or referrals or whatever. I think that's what you're talking about.
Right. Well, there's two parts to this. One is that I can send you a link to the online class, which is exactly an hour long. And I think that's a great place to start with this, even to the point where you go through it yourself and even complete a feedback form, which is all electronic. On the back end, you'll get the 100% of the experience doing it that way. And then there's a second link that I can send you, which actually speaks to the business opportunity affiliate program and how you can get compensated for that as well. Now, and that's about 35 minutes long. So the key here for you, Cheryl, is to be able to commit to an hour's worth of time, especially to watch the 100% Debt-Free for Life class. So when do you think you could do that?
But isn't that what I listened to when Matthew presented it?
Yes, it is. But I think that you should see it. What we've done is change the format of how that's presented. And I think it's important to see it brand new. It's fresh. Literally, we re-recorded this thing about 2 weeks ago. And it's much more engaging and a little bit simpler to understand, and keeps you engaged much more effectively. So I would encourage you to do that. And that's where we have everybody start, because that's really functionally the product. The business opportunity kind of comes after that.
So are you still working with Matthew? Is he part of that part of it?
Oh, yes, absolutely he is. Absolutely. He's the brains and the heart behind the whole thing in terms of development. What we're trying to do on this, Cheryl, is to scale this so that we're literally looking to put hundreds and thousands of affiliates, being able to plug them into the ability to share this class with people, not just people who are interested in buying and investing in real estate, but anybody who wants to be free of debt. And so we're looking to really scale this thing on a national level. We've created a whole software back end with this. We're creating a new website built around this. So we want to take that, and so the ability to do that is contingent on our ability to get the information out on a scalable basis. But I'm looking at your website right now, and there'd easily be ways for you to create a link, and then that link goes to a unique page just for you and Red Rocks Institute, and then we track everything that comes. VIP tracks everything that comes as a result of somebody watching that class. So if somebody watches a class, fills out the feedback form, becomes a coaching student, we know it belongs to, simple as that. It's a great system and program.
Well, I'd be interested in that there, and you asked the question of when.
Yeah.
That's always good. I don't know, maybe tonight or tomorrow night. I have to do my day for dialing for dollars. You know how that goes.
Yes, I do. Well, why don't we do this? How about if we do this? Why don't we just schedule? Because here's the challenge that we face is, I deal with this on an ongoing basis, Cheryl. I will tell you is that I'll send you a link and then kind of sometimes gets pushed to the back burner. Why don't we just schedule an hour on the telephone together? A couple of days out, and then I'll send you a link to the class. And then as soon as you're done, we can get back on the phone and discuss what the next steps might be.
Let me see if I heard you correctly. I thought you wanted me to listen to the online class first and then the back-end opportunity as well. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
First, okay. Because, I would rather take a look at that and listen to that and go through that first. And let's see, I am driving right now, so let me think about this calendar routine. This week is probably a pretty good week for that. I would say, I don't know what I did with the schedule. Just a second here. Let's see if I can't open up my tablet. It has my calendar on. You're near a computer, aren't you?
I am.
I'd have to do it is there a way we could do that later Thursday afternoon? It's either that or I could do it at 4 o'clock on Wednesday. Either 4 o'clock on Wednesday or 4 o'clock on Thursday.
Why don't we do, I can do either one of those, so I'll let you pick.
Why don't we do 4 o'clock on Wednesday, because after that I'm meeting with my intended partner.
Okay, so Wednesday is the 10th, and
Wednesday the 10th at 4.
At 4, okay, terrific.
And so just email me 4 o'clock Wednesday the 10th.
Okay, I will do that.
And then, and I will be respectable in that I'll take a look at that stuff. But if after I go through with it, for some reason I'm not interested, I'm going to let you know up front.
Absolutely. That's all that I ask. I just want you to watch the class and give us your feedback.
If I can get business out of it, then I'm definitely interested in it.
Okay, well, you can take a look at this. I'll let you judge for yourself, because this does create a model that we can get compensated on people that we introduce to the class, and there's no cost to get in. So, it's just a referral program, but you can make a judgment, and we're not asking you to start a brand new business, but if we can create an opportunity in your network.
Our phones are not communicating well, but can you just send me the information, the link, and I will take a look at that as I discussed?
Yes. It'll be on its way.